Hi again, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here. So today we find out that down in Texas, a young man got a gun and going out massacring some children. Kids, the future, tomorrow. That happened today. And what does that indicate to you, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I know when you break it down individually, some of you see problems with the guns. If the guns weren't out there, maybe this will make you pay more attention to gun laws that needs to be made or policies changed. Some of you will think of many other reasons of what has caused this situation to occur. It just happened a couple of days ago, and it's probably going to be happening quite often. But what it reflects to me, ladies and gentlemen, is truly an expression of the hell that we are living in. Pure D hell. Can you imagine? They're talking about critical race theory, about the ugly things that people did years and years ago. The ugly things that people did years and years ago. Everywhere ugliness was abound. So we can't act like we were so good. When I say we, I'm talking about Americans. That we were so good back in the day. And if you were bad, why not share it? You see, here's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. We don't even have to talk about critical race theory because we're already ready to repeat it. We're talking about taking away people's rights. Now, you don't want to teach the kids that years and years ago, people had their rights taken from them. People were actually were slaves and beat down. You don't want the kids in the other parts of the world, perhaps, that doesn't know it now, to know it. While you are positioning yourselves to repeat it. You haven't learned anything because sitting at your tables talking, living your daily lives the way we have been living them in hell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to condemn you now. I'm trying to educate you. Living the life that we've been living and doing and responding to this life the way we have been responding to it has allowed us to even divide ourselves more. It has allowed us to split ourselves so that it is represented in the haves and the have-nots. And the gap is so big now, it has never been this big, I don't think. But it is now. That means that people got so much stuff, it's just raining out in the ocean, can't nobody use it. And people on his side who can use it are just starving. But it's okay because that's evil. Evil has to say, I'm somebody and you're nothing. And with that attitude, our kids, or should I say your kids, have picked up guns. And now what are they doing? They're out there causing havoc. Havoc that they learned at the tables. Havoc that they learned in the churches. Havoc that they learn in every association that they have in America, because this is what America is about. This is evil. This is what America is about. Somebody got to tell you and be meaning it. The stuff that's happening in America today is evil. This 18-year-old kid was brought up in evil. Now, I don't care what you say, how you can say it was radicalized, that all was evil. Everything was evil. The kid the other day, running around shooting up people, raised up in evil. This is how evil affected that one, and evil affected this one, and will be affecting this one, and that one, and this one, and that one. This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we have to make a change. And I'm not talking about what we were. I'm not talking about the situation of our lives that allowed all this ugliness to continue to exist and create these monsters in our midst. I'm talking about doing the right things, the things that work for everybody. I'm talking about doing the right things that work for everybody. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen. This attitude about whatever white folks used to think about themselves, put that stuff in the garbage and burn it up. Ladies and gentlemen, white people, you are not more important than anybody else. You're not more smarter than anybody else. You're a human being needing that pee and dump just like anybody else. You bleed just like anybody else. You need food. You need loving. You need clothing and shelter and education and health care just like anybody else. You need transportation and infrastructure and the opportunity for your ideals to be made manifest so you can be progressive, just like anybody else. And in order to be able to make sure that this is guaranteed and nobody can look at you funny, is that you can engage yourself in this process. And nobody can look down at you, and you can't look down at anybody else. And the same goes for every person. Black people, Chinese people, whoever you are. If there's going to be anybody that's more special than anyone else, then you remember that there is no greater love than a man or a woman or someone that lays down their life so that others can understand life and live. That's the greatest love. So, hey, you want to be somebody? Lay down your life to make sure other people understand life. Lay down your life to understand that so that people understand what love is. Lay down your life and stop trying to kill somebody. And your sons won't be picking up guns and going out there killing anybody that you have trained them to hate, that you've used evil to put against them and make them, don't do that. It's time for us to stop it. It's time for us to stop it. Don't do it. It's not good enough. It's time for us to stop it. And that means we got to fix our situation. We just can't stop it. We got to fix our situation. We got to make sure that these things, these problems that exist, don't exist anymore. Yes, that's what we got to do. So get busy, ladies and gentlemen. Start thinking. Because if you keep listening to Eddie Marcus, that power that we can't see, that's living inside of me, eventually is going to tell us step A, B, C, D, E, F, G to get us on the good foot. It ain't taking you nowhere but to get you on the good foot so you can participate in the places that we're going. I'm not taking you to heaven. We're going to go there together, right here in these bodies, doing our times. Thank you very much.